So just in the workshop with one of my helpers, and we're just about ready to carve out a signet ring.
Here's the plan. Start with a 12mm wide signet ring wax. Open up the hole to your finger size. Take a little off the top. Then scribe a line on top of the wax to find the center. Scribe a circle. Now let's get rid of those corners and start tapering the band. Finally, start smoothing and shaping, giving it a nice half round look. Easy. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be making a signet ring, and here's some of the gear you're going to need. Dividers, wax file, calipers, big burrs, a micromotor and a jeweler's saw. We're also going to need a wax tube, some 180 grit and 600 grit sandpaper. So I actually had the perfect piece ready to go, but if you've got a wax tube you might have to cut a piece off. So this piece is 12mm wide, so you can make yours 12, 13, 14mm wide. It's not going to matter. This one that we're doing is perfect at 12mm wide. The next thing I need to do is I need to get my finger size. I've actually got a set of ring fingers, or you can just basically get a rough measurement by using your calipers. My finger size is a size V, or it's 21mm across. You want to mark out roughly the size. Gonna get dividers. Use your dividers to scribe a line. You'll use this as a rough guide. When opening up the hole, you don't want to go past this line. Now I'm going to use the big burr. Use a burr to open up the hole. If you don't have a micromotor, just use your wax file. If you have a smaller finger size, you probably won't have to open up much at all. Okay, so now I've opened it up with the burr. I'm going to switch to the wax file, and I'm going to open it up some more. What you need to do now is just try it on and see whether it fits, and it's pretty close. I do have to even up my hole a little bit. I got a little bit carried away and I didn't check that my hole was really even, so what I did was I wrapped some sandpaper around my ring stick and I just shoved it on, and I gave it a little twist around, and that definitely evened up the hole, and now it's nice and round, and also it fits my finger perfectly. So next I'm going to scribe a line across here. The reason why you want to get your finger size done first before you take anything off, people might have a bigger finger or you might have a smaller finger, so that's going to judge how much gets taken off the bottom. So if you've got a bigger finger you might not take much, but if you've got a smaller finger you're probably going to take a lot more off the top. So I'm going to scribe a line. I'm probably going to take about half off, so about 5mm off the top. So let's get into it. Use your dividers to scribe a line on each side of the wax. Try to cut as close to the line as possible. Then file to the line. You want to try your best to get it perfectly flat. So far it looks like this. Top height is about 5mm high, so it's the height of the signet. Now I'm going to start marking on the top, the center, and then I'm going to draw a circle, and then I'm going to work out how much I need to cut off the sides. Scribe a line on each side to find the center. Then we'll scribe another one to find the middle. Now I've found the center, scribe a circle. This will be the top of the signet ring. Now I'm going to remove the corners from each side. Next we need to file the back of the shank. At the moment it's around 6mm thick. We need to take that down to at least 3 or 2.5mm in thickness. Use your dividers and scribe a line as a guide. Now start filing and keep inside your guideline.
So now it should look something like this.
Okay, so I'm going to use the dividers and I'm going to scribe a line. I'm going to get 2 halves of the ring. Go this side, go that side. Then I'm going to get the thickness of the ring that I want. So I'm going to scribe a little line here. My ring I'm going to do at the back. It's probably going to be about 6mm wide, and I'll run a little line. Now start filing the sides, giving the ring a bit of a taper. It should look something like this.
I'm going to start filing around the circle, then start shaping the band. So next I will start putting a half round and start adding a lot more shape to the ring.
I'm going to start at the top first, and I'm going to stay outside of the circle. This is the part you really need to take time with and get it right. Now I'm going to half round the rest of the ring. Take your time. It only looks like I'm doing it fast because I sped it up. Now I'm starting to blend the top of the ring with the bottom of the band, taking my time and making sure I do it right. This is the tricky part, blending in this curve.
So far I've got 90% of the ring done. We've shaped the band. Normally what I do is I normally use my pen and drill, and I usually put some 180 sandpaper in there and I sand it to the shape I want. We're just going to emery it by hand, so I'm just going to fold up some sandpaper and finish it all off by hand.
Just going to fold up the paper in half like this, and I'll start sanding. All I'm doing is shaping the band and taking away a few of those file marks. You can see I've still left the center line running down the middle of the ring. This will help you check if everything's even. Okay, so looking pretty good. Now I'm going to switch to some 600 sandpaper. This is going to give it a pretty smooth finish. Just remember to be careful around the top part of the ring. So that's my signet ring done. I pretty much finished everything by hand. I did need to open it up a little with the micromotor, but you could have just done that with the file. I thought I'd show you how to hand sand it, because not everyone's got all the tools that you need to do these jobs, and this is a cool little project where you need limited amount of tools. So far I think it's turned out pretty cool. So if you are going to sand your ring using the micromotor, you're going to need a split pin like this and a little bit of sandpaper.
Wanna take a trip to the wild side.
Now to make this ring look a little more interesting, I'm going to show you guys how to carve your initials into the ring. First, find a style of engraving you like. Then, draw it on the top of the wax using a marker pen. Next, using a scriber, lightly go over the letters you have drawn. Now, go over the lines again, going a little deeper each time. Repeat at least a few times. Now it's time to use a sharp 3-corner file to cut in the letters, giving it some wider or thinner cuts in the places it needs to be. You might want to practice this on a scrap piece of wax first. Then when you feel confident, you can start doing it on the ring.
And here's how it turned out. Hey guys, before we wrap up, I've got something super exciting to share with you guys. We're going to be running a special competition where we want to cast one of your signet rings.
Wow!
And we're going to add a custom skull in 9-carat. How cool is that? All you need to do to enter is email us a short story on why you started wax carving and what you hope to achieve. It doesn't have to be long, just something personal and inspiring. And we'll be selecting the story that stands out the most. And the winner will get their wax design turned into a unique custom piece. So if you've been practicing your wax carving skills, now's your chance to create something truly special and send your entry in to our email address, which we'll have below. This is going to be one cool prize. And guys, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe to the channel. And I've got another video you guys might want to watch over here.